Hello guys, and welcome to another video on DJ Vlogs, and welcome back to the 103rd episode of the Now Update. Today I've got quite a lot to talk about, so let's jump in with all the latest Now That's What I Call Music news and updates. First of all, I'll talk about the upcoming albums that are due to be released. So Now Yearbook 1980 is due to be released this Friday on the 15th of July, and that is due to release on standard CD, special edition CD and vinyl, and you can pre-order that album. There'll be links in the description down below if you'd like to go and pre-order that album. You can of course pre-order from all the usual places. And of course last week we had an announcement on Now That's What I Call Music 112. We're all expecting that announcement, and that finally has been announced, and that is due to be released on the 29th of July. And also on the 29th of July we have Now That's What I Call Music 12, the re-release edition, and as I said, that'll be out on the 29th of July alongside Now That's What I Call Music 112. And with all these albums you can pre-order. The links in the description down below if you'd like to go and pre-order. You can of course pre-order from Amazon, HMV's website, and of course Now Music's online store. And when these albums are out, you'll be able to get them in supermarkets and HMV stores, and again that is supermarkets that are still selling CDs. If the local supermarket does not sell CDs, then they of course will not be selling this album. And for Now Yearbook 1980, supermarkets will most likely only be selling the standard CD. I doubt they'll be selling the special edition CD, and of course if your local supermarket does have a vinyl section, some of which do now, they might be selling the vinyl version, but there's no guarantees. That isn't a limited edition vinyl, that is just a standard vinyl, but they might possibly be having that vinyl in, as I said, if your local supermarket does stock vinyls. So as I did say, Now That's What I Call Music 112 was announced last week. That album of course was announced on Tuesday, and if you would like to have a look at the artwork and the track list, you can do. There'll be a link in the description down below to my video. Of course, in that video I showed the artwork and the track list. The track list now of course features one number one. Of course at the time it was announced there was no number ones, but of course as LF System managed to get to number one on Friday, the album of course contains its first number one. Plus of course on the album we have Last by Burna Boy, which has been number one for a massive 8 weeks in the official UK Afrobeats chart. But as I did say, if you would like to check out that video, you can do. There will be a link in the description down below. So now let's have a look at all the Now That's What I Call Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart. This is where I look at all the Now That's What I Call Music albums that feature in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and out of these episodes every Monday. So at number one we have Now Yearbook 1981 Extra. That is a new entry there at number one, and that has done so well to go in straight at number one. Let's just hope that can either stay there, or if it does drop down, not drop down many places over the next few weeks. At 4 we've got Now That's What I Call 60s and 70s Summer, Seasons in the Sun. At 5 we've got Now That's What I Call Music 111. That's unfortunately down one place this week. Of course last week that was at number 4, this week it's back down one place to number 5, and for the last few weeks it's been going up a place, then back down a place, then back up and back down, so it has been moving up and down each week. But this week is of course unfortunately down one place, but it is still of course in the top 5, which is amazing. I'm so glad that's still in the top 5, but let's just hope that I can stay in the top 5 for a few more weeks. At 9 we got Now That's What I Call Timeless the Songs. At 14 we got Now That's What I Call Pride. At 26 we've got Now That's What I Call Rock 2021. At 27 we've got Now Yearbook 1981. At 30 we've got Now That's What I Call Music 110. And at 37 we got Now That's What I Call 80s Dance Floor. So those are all the Now That's What I Call Music albums in the official top 50 compilation album chart, which is updated every Friday, and upload these episodes every Monday. So this week we've got 9 albums in the top 50. Last week we also did have 9 albums in the top 50. So of course we have lost one album, but of course we have got a new entry there at number 1. So that of course means we've got the same amount of albums as we of course did last week. The albums this week are unfortunately not doing very well at all. The statistics for the albums in the top 50 this week are: we've got 7 albums going down, we've got 1 new mover, and we've of course got 1 new entry. And of course that no mover being Now That's What I Call Timeless the Songs, and that new entry of course being Now Yearbook 1981 Extra, which has done very well to go straight at number 1. But the albums are unfortunately not doing very well this week. As I said, the majority of these albums are unfortunately moving down again this week. For the last few weeks it has been a bit like this. Some weeks there's been quite a lot of albums moving up, then there's been quite a lot of albums moving down. So unfortunately, as I said, this week it's not looking very good. Of course, if you look at the top 50 at the moment, there's not an awful lot of albums that have been out for a while. We have of course got Now That's What I Call Music 110, which of course was released at the end of last year. The majority of the other albums in the top 50 are albums that haven't been out in a long time. The majority of the albums in the top 50 at the moment are albums that of course have been released this year. So we haven't actually got an awful lot of albums that were released last year in the top 50, which I think there were a few weeks ago. There was a few albums that were just clinging on, but unfortunately, as I did say, there's a lot of these albums going down. We can just hope more of which start moving up over the next few weeks. So that is it for today's video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. We massively appreciate it if you do. Also make sure you subscribe and enable notifications to be notified every time there's a new video, and make sure you follow my Instagram, my Twitter and my Snapchat. That'll be just aside right there, and links on my social medias will be in the description down below. Make sure you go follow up on all of them. And guys, I'll see you soon for another YouTube video.